So let's go first, though, because we got a lot to get into on that front. But I want to first talk about your career a little bit, because obviously, again, you played for the Gamecocks 99 to 03. We're part of some great teams under Lou Holtz there. But go back, Jeff, for me, to the beginning. You get recruited to South Carolina. You're in the recruiting process. You're from the state of Georgia, though, Fayetteville, Georgia. Just talk about how that all came about, what the recruiting process was like for you, and why you chose to go to South Carolina.
Yeah, the recruiting process has changed a little bit. A lot of when I was there, it was a lot landed. It was sign-in day of your senior year in February. Recruiting didn't start as early as your 8th and 9th grade years. It started in your 10th, 11th grade years. And I was being recruited by several schools that were going through coaching changes. Auburn was going through a coaching change. Clemson was going through a coaching change. Brad Scott was going over to Clemson. South Carolina was going through a coaching change. So a lot of the schools that I was getting recruited by were going through coaching changes. And so there was some limbo there to buy some time to make a decision. And once I took my recruiting visit to South Carolina and saw the direction Coach Holtz was going to try to lead the team to, I was excited about, and I committed to the University of South Carolina.
I feel like it'd be pretty hard to say no to Lou Holtz. You go meet him, and as motivational as he is, and just how great of a coach he is, it speaks for itself. What he did at Notre Dame and being a Hall of Famer. I'm sure that was a quick sell for you once you got to meet Coach Holtz.
Yeah, I mean, anytime you get to go play for a coach that is a Hall of Fame coach and has a vision and sells his vision, and obviously everyone has heard him speak and his sales pitch. So, yeah, I mean, it was an opportunity of a lifetime that I took advantage of, and I don't regret a second of it.
Yeah, I was going to say we both know Eric does a fantastic impersonation. Talking about how the way Coach Holtz speaks, he does a fantastic impersonation. But your first interactions with Lou Holtz, I mean, what was that like playing for him? Again, I know there's some very funny moments, some very tough moments, because he was a tough SOB on the field. But it seems like the guys that I've talked to that played under, I mean, it's a once in a lifetime type of experience to play for a head coach like that.
Right, and Coach Holtz is one of those guys. If you were in his good graces, you were in his good graces, and if you were in his doghouse, it took a lot to get out of his doghouse. I was fortunate to always be in his good graces. I did what I was supposed to do. I came to practice. I worked hard. I was good in the classroom, so I did everything I needed to do to make him happy. And so, but I mean, yeah, there's stories that we could tell for hours on end of stories about him and the coaching staff and his assistant coaches are who really we fell in love with as leaders of our team. Today, I still talk to my offensive line coach who just got on with the New York Giants again. So I still have those bonding relationships that I love. I follow Todd Fitch, who getting to call the plays at Vandy this past week, and Skip Holtz and all those guys. So it's just very fortunate to play on a team with so many talented coaches that are all now have been head coaches. And so it was just a great experience for me.